And welcome back. Let's try this again. For some reason, I did this video yesterday, and there was no volume. I'm actually going to rewatch the video after I'm done with this to be sure that everything is caught. Because the box office video I did yesterday, volume was there, everything like that. So I'm not sure what happened. But as I did originally, we are now the Pokemon Team Creation Series. Brought to you by my own personal list of suggestions that I have down, including things like Naruto, Bleach. I should probably include Star Wars characters on there too. Just characters that I enjoy. That eventually, when I get through the list, I get through a bunch of suggestions. I'm like, okay, who do I want to do one for now? And on there, I have Godzilla and Godzilla-based kaiju. So we have Rodan for this week's. Now Rodan became pretty tricky long term. If you already watched the previous video, you already know what Rodan's team is. But you just couldn't hear me talk about it. But that said, let's actually go into what they are again and why. Rodan essentially is a big fiery pterodactyl, more or less. Oftentimes lives in volcanoes. Depending on how you look at it, he's actually Rodan is actually has biovolcanic thermal activity. And especially in the legendary version, he's capable of shooting fire out of his breath. Is known for having a sonic boom-like wing, just by flapping his wings. And Ozo is one of the more classic kaiju of the Godzilla universe. Right out the gate, I knew Aerodactyl was going to be on the team. Ooh, let's make that a little bigger. There we go. Aerodactyl is going to be on the team. It is a rocky pterodactyl. I am surprised that we have never had another pterodactyl-like Pokemon. What I mean by that is, you look at Tyrantrum, which is truly a T-Rex, but then you look at Tyranitar, whose name obviously has Tyrannosaurus in there. You look at Amora and Amoris versus Tropius. I'm just surprised we really haven't had another reptile pterodactyl-like Pokemon. But Aerodactyl made sense. It's an ancient fossil Pokemon, rock type, flying type, based off an Aerodactyl or pterodactyl, so that made sense to me, 100%. I knew I was going to have a good portion of fire types because Rodan seems to be associated a lot with fire. So Moltres made it onto the list. Moltres, particularly because it also lives in volcanoes. Oftentimes you find it in volcanoes. The other guy who made it onto the list was Talonflame. Talonflame makes it also on the list, even though I did not check Moltres' move pool. Talonflame makes it on the list because it can also learn the move Hurricane. And this is in relation to Rodan being able to flap its wings. It basically just level cities and towns just by flapping its wings. Because of that, I also added a good friend of mine, Mr. Noiburn. Noiburn, step on in, man. No, Noiburn was one of the ones that when I did the list, I'm like, okay, I just got to put something on there for the full 6 lineup. And it's a Noiburn, so it's not exact. Technically, Rodan, while being a pterodactyl, it's just its own thing. It's a kaiju of some kind. But you can make the argument Wyvern-esque, I suppose. And because it has a sonic boom ears, you can get the sonic boom. This one's susceptible for changing. I have no argument against that. Last but not least, we have the 2 other ones, which were Macargo and Hisuian Arcanine. Now, this is because both of them are volcanic fire rock types, and they both lend themselves to living in a volcano, having the molten covered skin that particularly Legendaries has. I do like Legendary's design for Rodan. I think it's actually a good update. And visually, I'd say that Arcanine is probably closer to that look than Macargo, but Macargo still is the living thermal, bio-volcanic creature. In terms of how balanced this team is, oh no, this team gets shit kicked in by water types. Particularly 2 of the team members are ×4 weak to water. But even just take that out of the equation. 2 of the team are ×4 weak to rock. Now, over 2/3 of the team, 1/3 of the team is weak to rock. Oh, ground. Sorry, ground. But a third of the team is actually completely immune to ground. So it does have that benefit going for it. Unfortunately, both Talonflame and Moltres are ×4 weak to rock. All of the group are weak to electric. Noivern's got a severe weakness to ice, which is covered, fortunately, by the other for the other team. It's not a very well balanced team. Like I said, honestly, 5 out of 6 of these guys get cleaved by water alone. I can't remember if water is actually weak or strong against flying. I mean, it's not. I know it's not strong against flying, but I can't remember if it's weak to flying. Electric and grass, I know it's weak to. Is it weak to flying? Hold on. I'm checking that right now, actually. Weak to flying. Where is flying? Okay, what are your weaknesses? No, it's neutral against. Okay. So yeah. And then, I mean, looking at what else we have here real quick, electric kind of runs through this team quite a bit. What else we got here? We have fire and rock don't do well against ground or water. These guys aren't hell. Even though the rock type kind of helps alleviate some of it, they still don't do well against rock either. Rock goes neutral with rock, and then is strong against fire. So really, it evens out, but not in a good way. I mean, and fighting. Freaking Macargo and Hawaiian and Arcanine are just completely cleaved over by fighting types, too. And even steel types, from what I remember. Is steel strong against rock or neutral to rock? Takes 2 damage. Strong against ice. Fairy. No, it's actually neutral to rock, which is good. Thank God for them. It is weak. It is strong against rock. So yeah, it's steel type, but the fire type at least helps get that out of the way. This is a very odd team. What is this team's strengths, I guess? Well, a giant portion of it is strong against fighting, weirdly enough, thanks to the flying type. Giant portion of this team cleaves through bug and grass types with no problem. Rock, what is rock strong? I always forget what rock is actually strong against. Rock's actually not strong against much. It's strong against ice, and it's strong against flying. Oh, and it's strong against bug. So yeah, this team still cleaves through bugs. Portion of it actually cleaves through flying, too. So, and then the dragon obviously goes good against dragon. It goes good against, and dragon, and actually dragon's only strong against dragon, actually. Which... as much as I love Dragon, it's, a lot of us love Dragon. It's just, I always found that, I was like, it's only actually strong against Dragon. But being a Dragon, you just can have massive stats usually and still hit hard. Yeah, not the best team. I would not want to personally use this team in a run-through, but, there's worse teams to have out there. I don't know. What do you think about this team? Let me know in the comments below. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time. Later.